Hi, Sarah Bannas here. I am so excited to show you all of the fun things I've made in the past couple of days on my new XTool M2. So this machine is just a lot of fun to work with, and it's incredibly beginner friendly, and that's the really nice part about it. So I say that for two reasons. The first one is the dual cameras. So the dual cameras give you the opportunity to really zoom in and see where you're putting your designs right on the bed on your material. So you're not wasting any materials. So that really simplifies the process. But also the XTool Studio software is just so incredibly intuitive and easy to use. Once you know the basics, you're just going to take right to it, especially if you have any history with any kind of design software at all. It's just very simple to use. In a video moving forward, I will walk you step by step through a project from beginning to end and show you every step of the software, and you're just going to be blown away by how incredibly simple it is. So let's talk some about what materials you can cut on the M2. So the M2 comes with two different laser options for the modules. One is a 10 watt, one is a 20 watt. The 10 watt is what I have, and that's what we're going to be speaking to today. But the 20 watt, it's the same type of materials. You can just cut a little bit thicker, a little bit faster. Okay, so let's first talk about wood. Okay, let's move my little loom to the side. How cute is that? Real quick, let me just show you. Do you see the engraving on that? So that's engraving on acrylic. How pretty is that? Really, really, really like that. So let's talk about wood, okay? So this, and this are all basswood, okay? So this is a very common material. With wood, you're looking at about an 8mm max on thickness for a single pass with the 10 watt laser module. Okay, so I want to show you just, these aren't painted yet. Obviously, when they're painted, they're going to be super duper pretty. But I just want to show you real quick how intricate that is at that size. And I was able to cut that. And the pieces, it just fell right out because it was just a perfect cut. So we'll get those painted laser. We'll get those painted laser. We'll get those painted later. So I want to show you this. This is an engrave and then cut. And I just want to show you how clean that engrave is. Isn't that pretty? So the engrave then cut, very easy. It's not a two-step process. Well, it is, but you don't have to do anything. So you set it up on the software, send it to the machine, it engraves, and then it cuts. That's all there is to it. So I'm going to give you a view from a different angle so you can kind of see what it's doing as it engraves. And then we'll come back a little bit further into the process. It's a little bit further along now. You can see how it's getting a really nice dark engrave on there. So now it just finished up the engrave process, and now it's going to move right into the cut process, and it's going to cut out the keychain itself. So we'll go ahead, I'll let you just watch through it. It only takes a second for this part. See if we can get another angle on it. See how it's coming right up around. It's just a nice, clean, perfect cut. And then that'll fall right out of there. So I will bring you back when the machine is open and we're pulling it out. Okay, so here we are, ready to pull it out of there. Move this right off to the side. Don't worry about the cuts in your machine and the bed. It's just, it happens. It's no big deal. So, probably can't see great in the lighting in here. But I will bring you to my craft desk and we will get the hardware on there and I'll show you good pictures of how great that looks. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what types of wood can and can't or should not be cut. So tons and tons and tons of good materials, wood materials on XTool's website. So these are just a few from XTool. There's more, obviously. These three, this top one is basswood. These are plywood. Tons and tons and tons of different options. generally speaking, for wood, what you want is a soft to medium density hardwood. You don't want to go with any of the softwoods like pine. The reason that I say that is that pine can have resin pockets in it, just uneven density, and so you're going to get a poor cut quality, but it can gum up your machine. It's just, you want to stay away from that. And oftentimes people don't understand when they're saying hardwoods, they don't understand that hardwood doesn't necessarily always mean the density of the wood. So some hardwoods are softer hardwoods. What defines a hardwood versus a softwood is how it reproduces and its leaves. So when you're looking at trees that lose their leaves in the fall that are deciduous, those are considered hardwoods. When you're looking at trees that have like needles and the that type of wood, that type of tree, those are softwoods. So generally, like I said, that's just a general rule of thumb that you're looking at. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about felt. Okay, felt is a neat one. Think of like the crowns for kids for birthdays, and rear view hangers on cars, and the numbers for the number and letter sets for babies. There's so many fun things. But the flowers, there's so much you can do with felt. And in the felt, I mean, look how clean that cut is. It's just a perfect cut. I'll do some tests and see how intricate of cuts we can get on felt later on this week. But I mean, I'm very impressed so far. So this is some different colors of felt and some different thicknesses of felt. These are from XTool. So just an awful lot of options. One thing to be aware of, well, two things to be aware of with felt. Number one, don't get just cheap craft store felt. It's an acrylic blend, and it's just going to turn into goo in your machine. You want 100% wool felt or poly. Okay, that's what you're looking for. Another thing with felt is to make sure that it is not adhesive backed or plastic backed. That can be toxic when it burns. While we're speaking about toxicity, let's talk a little bit more about laser safe wood versus wood that is not laser safe. So you don't want treated wood, okay? That can release nasty chemicals. You don't want that. Another thing you want to be careful with is you don't want to go to like big box stores and get plywood there. That you don't know what the bonding agent they've used is, what the type of glue or adhesive they've used to bond the material together, and it can have formaldehyde or, again, other nasty chemicals that can get released. Get yourself laser safe wood. Better safe than sorry. Okay, so that is wood. Wood and felt. Now let's talk about acrylic, okay? Actually, before we get into acrylic, let's talk a little bit about cardstock. So cardstock, you wouldn't generally think of cardstock with a laser. I was actually incredibly impressed. This is the first time I've ever cut cardstock with a laser, and wait until you see. So check this out. Obviously, I didn't glue down the inside piece yet. So, and if you're wondering what glue to use for cardstock, Barely Art glue. Love it. It's my go-to. And actually, speaking of well, let's talk about this for a second, and then I'll tell you something about Barely Art glue. Okay, so you can see how nice and clean that cut is, right? So that was just cut on my laser. Some people build like a little like box out of wood with a hollow inside, and then they cut their paper. They like lift their paper up and cut it on there. I didn't bother. I just taped it down and cut it, and it cut perfectly. So let's see. Okay, let's talk now about acrylic, okay? Love acrylic. So acrylic with a diode laser, you're looking at about 3 millimeters in a single pass, okay? Look how nice and clean that is. Isn't that pretty? So black is going to cut like butter. It's going to cut perfectly for you. Generally speaking, with acrylic, what you're looking at for a diode laser, you want opaques, no clears, no translucent, generally speaking, no translucent, but definitely no clears. Darker the better. You have to avoid blues because of the color of the laser on a diode laser. It will not cut blue. You want to avoid white. And like I said, so opaque, darker colors is generally what you're looking at. We'll do a whole materials test on colors, the spectrum, exactly where you can cut and where you cannot cut next week for acrylics, but that is the general. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to push go. And we're going to watch it cut. Now again with this one, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch the whole thing. I will cut it off now and then I'll bring it back at the end when we're pulling them out of the machine. So it's done. Let's go ahead and pull this out of here. I have to tell you, so this is the first time that I used this air purifier, the XTool AP2 with acrylic, and I could not be more impressed. I can't smell anything in here. And I mean, I have a pretty strong sense of smell, so let's go ahead and pull these out of here. Take this out first. And these, oh, look at how clean of a cut that is. Oh, it's just a perfect cut. I'll show you in better lighting in my craft room. But that is a perfect cut. That looks so nice. See how easy that fell out? The edges are clean. There's no issues at all. So, perfect, perfect. Okay, so let's go and let's go ahead and get our hardware on these. And let's see how great they look. So this, I just love it. The engraving, again, I just want to show you that real quick. It's hard to see in the, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I have all kinds of neat engraving projects I want to do for, Christmas for ornaments. So I just want to show you this set real quick. Just you can see that I have this all tied up on here so that I can, work on the project. But, so this little set is so cute. The fibers on it. It's got a little needle that you cut, and then the comb and the shuttle. So, and I cut this whole thing, obviously. And then, so the design actually, you probably can't see it, but the design actually originally had, some corny saying at the top that I didn't like. So I don't know if you can see it, but I took it out and I put, I can't see it, I don't think. It's so hard with the shadowing. But anyways, in real life you can see it. It says Sarah's Loom. So that was fun. I'm really excited about the acrylic projects. Acrylic is a lot of fun to work with. So let's talk about some other things that you can cut that I have not cut. So this here is sticker paper. Okay, so with the M2 has the 2 laser modules, the 10 and 20 watt, and then it has third laser module, which is a 3 watt, and that is for engraving. That's for, we'll work with projects with that a little bit later, but that's for engraving. Super cool. It's engraving on metal. So the fourth module is a print module. It is a CMYK print module, which is a step up from the M1 Ultra, which had the CMY module. The CMYK, the K is black. So the CMY module, that one mixed the colors to make black. The one in the M2 is CMYK that has black. It's going to be much deeper, darker black. So just, we'll do print projects in the next week, but I'm really excited about that. So printer paper, you'll print with print module and then cut with a laser module. Okay, again, get lasers. You need laser safe sticker paper, okay? XTool's got great sticker paper. This is, that one was the gloss sticker paper. This is a matte sticker paper. So more cardstock. I'm really intrigued with the cardstock. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so vinyl. let's talk about vinyl. The M2 can cut vinyl. What vinyl can M2 cut? Laser safe vinyl. You want to avoid vinyl that has PVC. PVC, when burned like a laser does, turns into chloride in a vapor form. It's toxic to you, it is toxic to your family, and it is horrible for your machine. Only use laser safe vinyl. Again, XTool's website has a massive amount of both colors and finishes of vinyl. So, there's others too. I mean, there's other places. Don't think that that's the only place that you can get it. There are other places to get it. But the nice thing with XTool is that they're laser safe what you're getting. So when you're learning, when you're new, it's best just to always go with laser safe materials, okay? So now let's talk a little bit about other materials, other things that you can do that aren't necessarily just your basic, you already have seen materials. So let's talk about things like cork. So you can get cork. Again, this is an XTool one, XTool blank, but it's already cut and also beveled into the coaster, and then you just laser engrave the design on it. So that's a fun one. Again, with cork, you want to make sure that you're using actual laser safe products, because there is a binding agent, and you want to make sure you're not using a toxic binding agent. These are just little tags, wooden tags that you can put on, whatever, your Easter baskets or Christmas presents or whatever, but you can engrave on those. You can also order things like cutting boards. Those are super fun to engrave on, and that's an evergreen gift. People love it, and they sell well at markets also. But you can also get like laser safe coasters that will be like half marble, half wood, and then you can engrave on the wood part of it. Because you have those dual cameras, you can really hone in and get your engraving exactly where you want it, just on the wood. So that's really neat. These are just little keychains, pre-made, and because of the camera system, you can do these. You can just zoom right in and get it perfectly exactly where you want it. And I got asked the other day how well the camera does, how precise it is. I was just blown away by how precise it is. It's right dead on. So that's really nice. So that's it for now. I mean, there's other things. We're going to get into so many fun projects. A couple of things, if this video is helpful to you or of interest, like the video. That helps me out a lot with the algorithm, and I appreciate that. But also follow along. We'd love to have you as a follower. We're going to be making so many fun projects over the next few months with this M2. I'm so excited about it. I hope you join us and follow along. But a third thing, join us on Facebook. So I'm going to link 2 separate groups. We have a collaborative of about 3.5 million members, all crafters from every walk of life. Super friendly, super helpful. You'll fit right in. The group that I'm going to link, so we have every type of craft you can imagine. We even have a bread making group, which is very popular, actually. It's my favorite, one of my favorites. But we have 2 different XTool groups, okay? So we have XTool for beginners. That one's about 112,000 members. Again, super friendly. You'll fit right in. There's so much knowledge in that group. So I'll link that, XTool for beginners. And then I'm also going to link our new group, XTool M2 for beginners. Make sure you join that one also. So that is going to be dedicated to only the M2 projects. So that'll really, the other one, you're going to see every project out there that somebody's made with any XTool ever, and that's nice and that's great. And the knowledge base is, it's fantastic. But the XTool M2 group is really going to show you everything that you can do with the M2 specifically, and any M-Tool troubleshoot or whatever. Any help that you need is going to be there. So join us at both of those, and that's it. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.